What up? What up? I'm back. September 24th. Damn. Today was fire, bro. Today was fire. Dude, yesterday was even crazier, bro. So I didn't talk yesterday. I didn't paint yesterday. It was the hardest yet easiest. It was hard to not do it. But at the same time, like, I just needed a break, bro. I mean, I've painted and talked for the last 170 something days at least. Maybe not painted as much, but talked. And I've only had a couple days off. I can think of 5, 6, maybe 6 or 7 days where I haven't talked in the last however long that is. I'll have 170 something videos, so that's how many days I've talked at least. And dude, so I don't know. I don't even honestly. What did I do yesterday? What was yesterday? Yesterday was Friday? Yesterday, yeah, I met a dude. We went and ate breakfast. Went and got a wheatgrass shot and a healer. And then I went and met him at the job because we needed to pick up another cabinet or two. And I just mismeasured him, I guess, or I don't know what happened, but honestly, so this is what happened. When we was at Home Depot a couple weeks ago getting cabinets, there was a woman there training a dog, and it kind of came out when we started talking about it yesterday, because I told him, I was like, dude, that woman, she effed me up, bro. And she was an older woman, but she was I don't know, it was just the way she was saying it. And she just kept saying, good job, good job, good job. And I'm over here in my head trying, my best to build out these cabinets, right? So I know what cabinets I need, size, measurements, all this stuff. But in the next aisle over, this woman just nonstop was going, good job, good job, good job. And she effed me up, bro. Like, she effed me up. And I laughed. And this is for entertainment purposes only. And this is for adults. And to each his own. And, dude, I told him, I was like, I don't know how I missed the cabinets. I said, but you know and I know both, because we were there together. I was like, that woman effed me up so bad. Like she made me as horny as crap. So I'm in the store, and just she was an older woman, but she was pretty attractive as well. And just her saying that over and over again, like it effed me up, dude. It effed me up. It's semi-embarrassing to talk about it, but at the end of the day, like, we all have whatever, to each his own. But it messed me up in the head, because like it made me horny as hell. And like, so I'm trying to create like these cabinets and get what I need material wise, and this went on for like 30 minutes, dude. So like, even if it didn't affect you in the beginning, dude, over time, dude, it jacks you up, man. And I actually went over there, and I was in the same aisle with her at some point, and trying to get cabinets, and like, dude, it was just breaking my head, both of them. And she was tearing me up, dude. And so like, we just both were laughing yesterday, because I told him, I was like, she messed me up, and it brought me back into a child too. I was like, because it tore me up in multiple ways, because like, no one's ever praised me like that about anything. And so like, for me, that's kind of how it started. Was it knocked me into my head, going like, I've never got a good job from like anybody really, and they never praised me for anything that I've really ever done. And it's just weird when you look at your life, and like, maybe you want that from your mom, and if your dad wasn't there, that doesn't exist. And then so you just look, it made me feel like a child at first, because she just kept praising this dog. And then over time, like, dude, this is like 30 minutes long, like, then I'm just like, something happened to me and triggered me and like got me horny as crap. So I couldn't think straight. I did a hell of a good job, meaning I only missed 2 cabinets. I don't know how I did it. I missed like 40 something inches, but 46 inches, 48 inches, 46 inches, something like that. which would be one cabinet and another little bitty ass cabinet, and it all worked out in the end. Like we got them, but we were just laughing yesterday about it because we were talking about it, and I told him, I was like, dude, she got me horny as crap, and I couldn't think, and I just didn't tell you. I was like, but I was in the store just like trying to think and trying to put pen to paper and map these things out, and I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. She jacked me up, bro. And so it's just funny, like, to think back about, like, even though me and him are still good friends, I said she messed me up, and she did knock me back into like a little kid mindset where like no one's ever praised me like that. But then I told him yesterday, and he laughed so hard. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I was like, there's nothing I could do about it, dude. Like, there was nothing I could do. I was trying to block it out as best as I could, but I couldn't do it. The blood was flowing, and there was nothing I could do about it. But whatever. So we went and we talked and ate lunch, and then we went and got cabinets. And we ended up going back to the job, dropping those off, and then I took my truck back to the store because they had a bunch of wood on sale. And I can carry big wood in my truck, and he's got a smaller truck. So I go all the way back to the store and pick up a bunch of wood that I can use to, block out stuff, trim stuff out, just whatever. We got 2 houses next to each other that I'm fixing, that I'm remodeling. So, whatever. So we do that, and then I got to move some cabinets down and adjust some cabinets and stuff like that, and then put in all the base cabinets. And so that's kind of what I did. And I just listened to the talk, 2 days ago or a day ago. I just listened to that multiple times and just, put in all my cabinets and get the dishwasher set where it's going to be, and then drop my cabinets. And I finished putting up a door real quick. I mean, I wasn't there that long. I didn't have to be there very long. So tomorrow I got to go do some countertops and stuff. But walk in, do some trim work. But yeah, yesterday was a pretty cool day, but then when I got done, I went and ate, and I was just kind of chilling, and I got tired. I don't know, something hit me yesterday, and I just got tired. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go home. And by the time I got home, it was probably 6 o'clock, man. So I laid down, and I laid down and just kind of tried to rest and like nap. So I ended up napping until about 10, and it wasn't really a nap. It was just kind of like just laying there. I just refused to turn my computer on. I just wanted my room dark, like to sleep, and then my window was open because I'm just tired, man. The journey that I've been on is pretty damn overwhelming. And there was something that came up earlier that day as well, and between me and another business partner, and I've just been waiting on something for a while, and it's just it'll come when it comes, but it's frustrating to me because it's like I've done some stuff in my life that I need to. Once I get that, I can take care of that, and it's just weighing on me, And it's just part of life, and it's just the totality of the last year and a half, and then my mom passing, and that messed up a lot of things that I didn't really understand. And I stepped away from work a lot and focused on myself, and like not working as much, and it was a lot, and it's a lot more than maybe people understand. I know he understands it because me and him, we talked again today, and like every time we have good conversations, and we're just growing together. And I told him today, we kind of talked, and we were just talking about some stuff, and I was like, what you start to understand when you become aware, and if you think about it, I was like-minded people come together, and they're a lot of times they bond together on something. And you could have 2 negative people or 2 people that are very emotional and maybe love drama. Like at some point, if they come over their differences, they're gonna be best friends, dude, because they're gonna gang up, they're gonna bash the world together. And we were kind of just talking about that, and then we were like, I was like, think about you and me. I was like, yeah, I've been working for you guys for, I don't know, 13, 14 years, but I was like, since your father died, and then my mom died, and then like, I was like, it's brought us closer together, because we've been going through the same journey, together. We've been helping each other. Like the first I was helping him when he was going through his, and then boom, he understood as soon as mine happened, and then now together we're both trying to just help each other. He's trying to help me with my art, I'm trying to help him with these houses, and It's just equal give and take, and then what each helping each other grow as human beings, and start to understand what in life really does matter, and where money is just money. Yeah, and you say that, and obviously I have a lot less money than somebody else does, or than other people do, but I just understand that I can live, and everything that I need will be here. Maybe I can't have the nicest this or the nicest that. I don't care nothing about it. As long as I have enough, I appreciate whatever I have, and that's enough. Because if I don't have it, then I don't need it. And but we just start to understand, and he's starting to understand that time with his family is very important. It's way more important than the other things. And as we kind of grow together, we're just helping each other grow every single day, and communicating, learning more about each other, and just kind of building off each other. And that's why I told him, I was like, just look at us. Like, we are way closer than we ever were, but it's because we're like-minded. We're trying to grow together. We're trying to do things together. We're trying to, we kind of have the same purposes going, and we're just trying to figure out life. And like, you're helping me in this little transition that sucks balls. It's the worst transition in the world. Like, people don't understand this. He understands it, but like, people don't understand when you're riding two worlds. You're riding your old life still and trying to make money, and then while pursuing something equally as much time, if not more. And like, you don't really have, there's no time left over in all reality. Like, it's I'm either working or I'm freaking creating art and talking and trying to better my mind and confidence, and just trust myself more. And so he understands. I was like, dude, it kills me. Like, I may carry it well, but that's just because I'm an extremely strong human being, and it's because I've not had any other choice but to just move forward. And I've never had the choice to give up. I've never had, I just never had the choice to give up. Like, it is what it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just my life. And it's been fun, dude. It's been fun as hell. And it's I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, every single day I get stronger in the understanding of, like, the past was exactly what it was. And I cannot be mad at it. Because 99.9% of it, I controlled based on my perception. And even though my perception was wrong and ignorant, like, I chose that. And until you're able to take responsibility for your whole life, and even if some of it wasn't your responsibility, I get it. But if you're gonna get mad on that, then you're not ready anyways. And you're not ready. But until you can come out of victim mode, nothing's gonna change. Until you can start taking responsibility for your own actions as a human being, because in all reality, you make every single choice. If you want to eat, you put food in your mouth, except when you're a baby. If you want to go there, if you want to go to this bar, if you want to go cheat on your husband, if you want to go cheat on your wife, if you want to go there, if you want to go to those places, if you want to do drugs, if you want to drink, if you want to drive drunk, if you want to do this, you want to steal something, you want to rob somebody, you are physically doing it. If you want to badmouth somebody, you have to physically badmouth them. No one does it for you. If you want to fight, you have to fight. If you're protecting yourself, you're choosing to protect yourself. If someone fights you, you're protecting yourself. You're choosing to fight back. Every action, whether you just sit still, is an action. When you wake up in the morning, when you get out of bed, that's an action. You have to do it. No one's controlling it for you. You answering the phone. You returning a text message. You ignoring a text message. It's you. It's you. If you don't like the results you're getting, it's you. Every single time. Think about your life, and you will understand. You will start to understand that if you don't like somebody, like, what are you doing to get them to react that way? And I get people, there's a little buffer period. I get it. But in the totality of things, you are doing something as well. If they're narcissists and they're controlling you, you're allowing it to happen. You're not stepping up. You're not defending yourself. You're being a people pleaser. I lived that life. I know for a fact. Because now, I went to the art place at work and they kept asking me to do shit and I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. No. I'm not paying my money to go do something and drive my truck and spend my gas when it costs $100 to fill up. Hell no. I love y'all. But you gotta come off that money. Because it costs me money. I'm not penalizing myself anymore for other human beings. I'm not gonna do it. I'll freely give people stuff, but when it comes to businesses, when it comes to stuff like that, fuck that. And especially if it comes to a person who thinks they're better than you, or they think they're over you, or they think they're a CEO of something, you ain't a CEO of shit. If you don't have respect for your people, you ain't shit to me. If you don't treat your people with respect and treat them like family, and talk to them like they're humans, I could give a shit less. If you hurt people's feelings and make them think little of themselves, and you may not even know you're doing it, then you're going to get a reaction from Cody that is very brash and very mean. Especially if I see it. If I don't see it, it's another thing. But, and maybe I get blinded in some areas sometimes. But I understand. I understand what it takes to run a business. I understand you got this. You got a lot of other shit that some employees don't understand. They don't understand, like, the standards you gotta have. You don't understand the other people barking in your ear. It's difficult. I get it. But sometimes I can walk into a place and I can control it and I can rule another man's castle. Literally. I've been doing it. I do it everywhere I go. And I can do it in a way that is good. I can do it in a way where everyone feels lifted up, where I get the best out of human beings without making them feel less than, without hurting their feelings, with making them feel heard. It's the easiest job in the world. But you have to love yourself first and then understand that everything that you want for yourself, you return to the rest of the world, and that's how you get the best action out of every single human being in the world. And you don't have to be a dick. They just need to be wanted. They need to be heard. They need to be appreciated. It's the easiest thing in the world to get the best out of anyone. And you don't even have to manipulate them, because once you understand and live that in your own mind and your own perception, it's not a lie. And you can say shit because that's what you start to see. So I've changed my perception on everything, which my whole life, that has been an issue, is where I see max potential in human beings. It's kind of an issue. Because I see things that maybe another human that sees, it's almost like I see the potential of what you can be. And what other people look at how people act to you now and get offended of. And so me is like, now that I've understood and kind of mastered my emotions, yeah. And mastered the understanding that however somebody acts, it's based on their previous life experience or their experience up to that point. And it's not good or bad. They think it's the right way to act because they're trying to do something. You know, maybe they learn that if they act this way, they get this result. And it's worked for them up until they met Cody. And so I'm here to stand up to you for the first time in your life and show you that, wait a minute, you don't like it when people stand up to you. You've just been lucky enough that people would give you stuff or bend over backward for you because of something. However it worked out. Maybe you're attractive. Maybe you are a CEO. Maybe you're this. Maybe you're that. I don't know. You know, maybe you've just hired people that are weaker. And they just don't know themselves. And I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. Because I was the same dude. And, you know, like I said, I would just build resentment because I would never speak up. And then I would build resentment and just fucking have to go. Me and this buddy talked about it again. And we talked. This is what's crazy is me and him, I'm learning so much from him. Because it's causing me to check myself. And we kind of just talked about, like, how neither one of us, like, when you do work, like, there's a right way to do it. And then there's a shady-ass way to do it. And there's tons of shady-ass ways to do it. But, like, for me, and I have buddies, and that's why I don't work with a lot of people, is, like, because safety is a huge issue. Safety and quality, and taking pride and having integrity in what you do. And meaning, there's always 100 ways to tie your shoe. You know, which I don't tie shoes. I don't tie my shoes. I haven't tied shoes in years. All my shoes, I don't tie any shoes. I don't tie shoes. I've created a system on most the shoes that don't have this system on it. Well, I'd never tie my shoes. I hate tying shoes. I don't know. I even made a painting about it. But I don't know if I'm just lazy or what. It just makes zero sense. But I guess unless I'm running or something, then I do have a special pair of shoes that I do tie, but they're already tied. So I didn't even tie them. The woman tied them when you put them on my feet when I bought them. So I've technically never tied them. I kind of refuse to. I'm a weird human being. And, dude, I don't know. There's probably something very deep about that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But, I don't know. But we were talking, and I kind of just told him, I was like, dude, because he told me a story, and I was like, dude, that's the same shit I do. It's like, I love people a lot. I love people that I work for. But then once they start cutting corners or they start doing things that don't make sense, that cut around the corner, that I understand why you're doing it that way because it saves you money. And at the end of the day, it is kind of stupid. Because, like I said, being that I'm a rebel in laws and stuff, I get it. But at the same time, and I think I've matured a lot more than a lot of even older people have. And it's just because I've given myself time. But it's understanding, if you don't do a process now, it's going to fuck you later. And a lot of it has to do with downtime, safety issues, and our quality of work that, when I do a job, I don't want to fucking see you again. I'm not coming back to do that job again. When I do something, I want to do it once and it be done right. Well, I never have to come back again. And I'm sure there's times that I've had to go back. I don't know. Not many, because I can't really think of any right now. And my memory's pretty damn good. Yeah, there's not many times, except maybe when I was working and I had helpers and I didn't check their work. There's only been a few times when I cut grass and maybe I had someone weed eating and I was being lazy and I didn't check their work. And then I would get a call or something and they'd be like, well, we know you didn't weed eat, Cody, because da-da-da-da. And I'll be like, okay, I'll be back. And go back out there. But it's only a few times, but that's my fault. Because me being the owner, me being the boss, that's still it doesn't matter who's working for me, it's my issue. And I could be mad at no one but myself. But I would build resentment over time when I worked for people because they would try and do shit that I didn't agree with. And of course I would refuse to do it. I would say, no, I'm not going to do it. You can do it, but I'm going to go sit in the truck. I'm not partaking in any of this stuff, whatever. And maybe it wasn't that shady. I don't know. But in my mind, it was just it wasn't right, so I'm not going to partake in it. And then over time, you would build resentment on acts like that. And then you just be like, I'm fucking over it because, I can't deal with it because I don't want any part of it. If you, when it talks about me being cop, it was kind of the same concept where I knew that if I turn my head once, then I'll have to turn my head twice, then I'll have to turn my head 20 times, and then at some point I may be a bad cop. And I was like, I don't want to put myself in those situations to where over time I'm going to turn into something that I don't want to be, or live a life and be in a job that makes me physically sick every day because I'm doing my best to do the right thing and I'm getting penalized for it. And I've gone through life like that all the time, man, where I go to companies and I go above and beyond and I get penalized for doing that, and it's been frustrating to me but it was just the energy of the world where if you were shady, if you half-assed stuff, if you was manipulative and stuff, you would gain power in the world. And I talked about this yesterday about I could have anything I want. I could get anything I want. I could whatever. It's very simple. But I would have to go against my morals and my rules and my creator's rules and regulations that I've adapted and accepted. Because this is the whole point. The creator of the world gave you free will. Okay? Means you can do whatever the hell you want. But in order, like, either you accept it or not. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's just what do you choose? And I'm not talking about ultimately like the Ten Commandments, because those were written by man. There are 10 Commandments, but they're different. And there's different rules and regulations. Those were formed because men are ignorant and they needed something. Where when you come out and you start to understand that you can make your own rules and regulations, and they are in line with the universe, like don't infringe on someone's free will, don't hurt people, don't overstep people's boundaries. It makes it very difficult but it ultimately puts you in the act of love all the time, to where you have to go against your flesh. Honestly, you're going against your flesh, understanding that you can go get what you want with primal abilities, but you got to set boundaries and you don't overcome them. And I'm trying to still learn what is a boundary as far as me interacting with human beings, and especially women, because they want assertive men and all this bullshit, but it's like, at the same time, in my head, I'm like, I could get you if I wanted to, or I could be the most assertive human being in the world, but to me, that's manipulation, because it's showing dominance and power over somebody when it should be equal give and take. And that's the whole point. That's why I think a lot of maybe relationships don't work, is because it is assertive dominance, and the other person is kind of tricked into being less than, and then having to follow the leader, even though it is attractive and it gets the job done. But what happens is, over time, it's that resentment, and it takes longer and longer for different people. And some people are bred in that, and if they don't know different, then they stay in that dominance, where the church itself, all that hierarchy of a male over a female, where you're supposed to be subjugated to your husband, which makes zero sense. It makes zero sense on the way that they say it. It's stupid. It's a male-dominated religion, in the fact that it's a male-dominated world. It's the way the system is made up, but it should be equal give and take. And if you have a husband and wife that are equal give and take, like, you will understand. If you listen to some of these men that are actually, there's multiple facets and ideas, because each people like different things, but it's all based on how you're raised and understand. And if you can get an independent woman and an independent man that are an equal playing field, it's like there's nothing that can stop them, literally. Nothing. And if they're not a hierarchy, if they agree upon, they communicate with, they put two minds together. Two minds is always better than one's. Two pocketbooks are always better than one pocketbook. Two understanding of a way to live is always better. Two different perspectives is always better. Not one leading the way, but you agreeing upon, and then being able to let your partner who's better at something take lead, and you follow and help, support, and then other way around. It doesn't matter about male or female. Because number one, like, I have both. I could be the most assertive human being in the world, and I will stop you, and I will laugh in your face. I will make you cry, even a grown-ass man. And then maybe you'll fight me, and then I'll still win. Either way, we can do whatever you want. Or I could be the most loving, nurturing human being in the world. And So I'm both. I understand I'm light and dark. And this is part of man. And it's the part of the best version of man, not the hierarchy of man that's ruled the world. And you think about it. Think about where the world is going. And then you tell me if the way that we've been living is correct. You tell me. Do you like the world that you live in? Are you proud of it? Are you proud of your church? Are you proud of your leaders? 100%. You tell me that. And if you are, well, then have fun. But I highly doubt any of you. go, yes, I believe in them. I believe that everything's working out right. We're going to heaven. There's no wars going on right now. Gas prices are fine. No one's starving. No one's hungry. There's no killing. There's no innocent people in jail and prison. There's not single moms all over the place having a hard-ass time trying to survive. You tell me if the world is right. The way that we've been living. And the answer is no. So what do we fucking do? What's the answer? Do the fucking opposite. Or do something different. You guys are insane. Insanity. Definition. Do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. You guys are insane. The world is insane. I'm sane. Because I'm doing the opposite of everybody else. I'm being me. I'm giving myself time. I'm understanding that I don't want to be over anyone. I want to build a community where we're all equal. Where we all share. Where we all bring our ideas together. Where we all solve problems together. Because we all perceive everything different. And then therefore, the more perceptions that we have, the less we can be wrong. And the better we can make change as a collective. And to be humble enough to let everyone around that table speak their mind. And not make fun of them. And not say that's a stupid idea. That's a dumb idea. You're stupid. Where are you from? What's your name? I mean, I know all the tricks. I told you, I will break any manipulating human being in the world. I will break you. And it will be my pleasure. Because I'm as dark as they come. The only issue is you don't see that side of me because hopefully you don't act that way in front of me because I project something else. I project a loving, accepting thing and a dominant power. And you can try me, but I'm going to stop you real quick. I'm going to make you feel little. And I'm the one who's physically little. I'm smaller than everybody. At least in height. But this is funny, man. Like, I just love it. I love it. I love what's coming. Because I'm getting to step into, honestly, what's crazy is, as nurturing and nurturing as I am, I'm stepping into this masculine power that is going to shake the world. I'm stepping into this masculine power where I'm going to break so many people. And I'm going to humble the piss out of them. Over and over and over again. And then when they're down on their knees, I'm going to reach my hand out and pick their ass up. I'm going to ask them if they're ready to change. Because that's me. I'm a monster. But the whole point is, I'm doing this for the world. Because there's no other choice. I'm sick and tired of injustice. I'm sick and tired of people just being belittled. It's fucking disgusting. I'm sick of people flashing money that has nothing to do with anything. I'm sick of people being hungry and kids dying and being now malnutritious and being neglected by their parents because they have to work in the money system. And then these kids are raised up and they don't know what the fuck's going on and they're trying to get attention from anyone that they can. Which causes them to get into things that they shouldn't be getting into at an early age. Which causes them to go down a road that they shouldn't go down. We're not intended to be down that road yet. We're supposed to protect our kids. You know, instead of giving them a key and letting them let themselves in, and they don't even see their moms till 6, 7 o'clock every night. They got to feed for themselves. They got to raise themselves. And they raise themselves on TV, and now it's TikTok. You know, like we were raised on cartoons and like Batterborgs and Power Rangers and Looney Tunes, Disney Channel. You know, and then as we got older, MTV, which was rough enough. But not really, I mean, yeah, it is, I guess. But now it's everything. Now it's YouTubes, TikToks, Twitter. I don't even know what the other one's called right now. Instagram. You know, no one has clothes on, which is whatever. I mean, believe me, there's nothing I love more than pancakes and titties. So it's just regular life. But little kids definitely shouldn't be programmed that early, and they should be innocent as long as possible, because that's something that we need to deal with. Because now we're in a world where, like I said, we're controlled by our animalistic side, which is fine, because I'm an animal. But there's a time and a place for everything, and we're just taking it to the extreme because we're running from the real problems, and we're just running towards escapes, which we use sex and as an escape instead of what it's really meant to be, which is to create, number one, create life, create bonds. It is meant to deal with some stuff like depression or whatever, but like anything to the extreme is bad. And plus, like, you guys don't understand. You guys really don't understand what sex is actually really for. But it's bigger than you think it is, and I'll prove that as well too. So it's whatever. But yeah, so I came home last night, and it's kind of laid down, went to sleep, tried to sleep. I don't know if I slept or not. Mostly just kind of just talking, it's more of almost like a meditation, just trying to just be silent for a night, you know. I even thought about, after I get done with the job, trying to just disappear for about 7 days and literally not talk for 7 days. Like, not open my mouth for 7 days. I don't know yet. I kind of gotta. It just sucks because it's like you gotta have money to pay your bills while you can leave and go do this stuff. And so it's like I need to do it. So it will work out. How it needs to be. But I do want to disappear. I do want to go kind of just silent and not speak for a week, or at least 3 days. At least a couple days. I don't want to open my mouth. I kind of don't want to. Yeah. And so just kind of let that side of me stop, because it's weird. Yesterday, I last night, and this is what's crazy. So at 10 o'clock, I got up and I was like, dude, I don't know what I want to do. Should I paint? Oh no. I was like, but I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna drive real quick. So because it felt so good, and my window's open, so. At night, my window, and so I was like, I'm just gonna go drive because it feels amazing. Listen to some music. Makes me want to listen to some country music. So I got my truck, and as soon as I got my truck, I was like, dude, Becky's Bible. I was like, Chris Knight. I was like, that's the song that I want to hear right now. So I plugged that in. And I'm like, I'm having fun just driving, because I just remembered, you know, like me and a girl would go driving, and she would just pass out in the truck next to me, and she told me whatever. I just made her feel safe, but it was a long time ago. I was probably 16, and it was cool. So I was just kind of just driving, enjoying the weather, windows down, music blaring, and just making my laps around the Hendersonville, you know. And then another song come on, and I was like, dude, this song is freaking fire. I was like, and if I would have gotten my truck, if I would have went driving, I would have never heard this song, and this song is just sick, because I think the song actually would help other people going through, especially the last year and a half with this. Like, a lot of the I wishes is what the song talked about. And then a couple other songs came on that I didn't post that were perfect in themselves. And like Crazy Beautiful came on, and then The Greatest Love Story of All Time, that song came on, and I was like, this is my life right here, because, like, you know, like, this is just everything I'm going through, you know, especially the Crazy Beautiful song. Like, yeah, like, I love Crazy, you know, that's beautiful to me. So, like, and because I'm crazy, and I'm not crazy. Yeah, I could see that what people would see that I'm crazy, but I'm just me, man. I'm all over the place. I'm everything. I'm all things, man. I'm just having fun, enjoying life every second of every day. And but all the music, music to me is amazing. And like I said, it's my best friend, and that's what this is. The song is talking about the music healing my condition. And whatever. So I drove and then made a lap, went back, deer everywhere, bro. like everywhere, bro. I had to even stop and let like 17 deer. It wasn't 17, but it was probably like 6 or 7 deer cross the road, and they crossed slow as crap, dude. Like they didn't even care. Like they weren't hopping over the road. They were just like how I walk, with their head up high, like they're confident as hell. Like, and you're gonna stop for me, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so I stopped, and I just watched them go across the road. So you little punks, man, you guys are crazy. You own this place, and it is what it is. It's hilarious. And then I finally came home, and I was like, I'm done. And I just kind of went to sleep. And last night was crazy. I dreamed all night long. And I was trying to, honestly, what I did was, in my talk the day before, I kind of talked about how the dream state works and how you kind of preload what you want to think about all night. So I just started preloading and talking and speaking out loud what I wanted to talk about, what did I wanted to think about when I went to sleep. And so I'll just communicate whatever I do, and I just communicate and talk out loud. And then, all night long, I'm in and out of dreams all night long about whatever subjects. It's crazy. I had some crazy ass dreams last night, dude. They were funny to say the least, and amazing and hilarious, and they're pretty deep. Like, I understand a lot of them is some of them were kind of the reason why I'm here. Where I'm here to because I am an animal, and that I don't like to call myself an alpha. I kind of call myself a sigma, but I am definitely an alpha over animals. And sometimes I combat it with animals because of it, because they think they're alpha over me sometimes. But as far as like running a pack of wolves, I had a dream last night that there was a pack of wolves where it was kind of like these humans, and they were actually out there. It was weird, dude. There were these humans, a bunch of them. We was at this party or something, and the time came when they gave everyone like weapons, right? And yeah, like they were hunting. It's almost like that movie. I don't know what it's called, but they hunt humans, but this is different. Where there's humans here, they have a party, and then at the in the night events, I guess they gave everyone weapons, and then they were gonna unleash the wolves, and then I guess you just fight the wolves or something. And so like I was like, whatever, I don't really want a weapon, and I didn't know what I was at the time. And so like I'm kind of running down the road, just because like the further distance away from them I am, I don't really have a weapon. I can at least pick them off one at a time. I'm okay with that. But what happened was, as soon as they let the wolves out, the wolves all ran, and I was kind of away from all the humans. I left all the humans because I don't want any part of them. And I was like, you guys are over there, like I'll be fine on my own. But I don't want to be in the mix of ignorant human beings, And so I'm running down another way, but all the wolves come to me, and they come to me, and I instantly just felt that they wanted my direction. So I was like, well, hell, if you guys are on my team, let's just go get them. I don't know what it was. And so like there was another human there with me. I can't remember who he was, but we both were just kind of like, we led these wolves kind of around because they thought the wolves would come in one direction. And I was like, no, if you guys are my people, like you guys are my people. And like, I'm not going to let you guys die. Like, I think this is stupid anyways. That's why I didn't take a weapon. Because I was like, I'll defend myself from these wolves, but I don't want to kill these wolves because there's no point in this sport game of killing. Like, that makes zero sense to me. And so when they came to me, they looked for me like I was their alpha. And so me and another guy, we led them. And I led everyone. And then, my other guy with me, we kind of split up, and we kind of went our separate ways and took our own packs with us. And then we kind of just jumped people. And then that was kind of it. Like we didn't really hurt them or kill them, but we kind of just, like I said, we humbled them and then made them make a choice. And depending on the choices they made would depend on their fate. And I started to understand that, you think about a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Well, I'm a sheep. I'm I kind of look at myself totally different. Well, you guys think that I'm a sheep, but I'm actually a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'm the opposite of that. But I don't want to say I'm a sheep. It's just you guys see me as something else when I'm actually the wolf. I am the alpha wolf. I am over all the pack. And it's just based on the wolves have a different perspective, and they understand what's real, and where the humans are still jaded and they don't really understand. And the wolves knew who was in power, and it was the one who was less than. And this makes sense if based on the whole story, because I came to this party and it was a bunch of upper echelon people of the world, and it was at this big party, and all these other humans thought that they were in charge and I was less than one, when in all reality, when nature itself came, I was the one that they were following. And then I got my wolf army, and I went back and then brought judgment, and I'm the one who controlled all the wolves. And we would go and we would sneak up on people because we were just better, smarter, faster, quieter, just better skilled in every aspect of the way, because because animals are. Like I said, if we didn't have weapons and guns, like, we would die every time. The majority of the time. That's why they fight in a pack. But and humans are such crazy people. They don't know how to pack up. This is the issue right now. This is why enslaved societies, even though it's a big number of people, they're still being controlled by a few, because people, they divide you by color, by race, by sex, by gender, by equality, by money, by status. They divide you in so many things that we can never come together, and where it doesn't take that many wolves to kill one person. So we can overcome anything, but they've done such a good job, and you don't want to take any responsibility or control over anything. So the humans are slaves to a few. Where it's like me, Cody, I'm a slave to none. I'm actually in power over all people. I just have to have my army with me, because they outnumber me right now. And these wolves are my army. And then we're going to go and start calling judgment on every human being. And we're going to let them choose. They choose their own fate. We just pin them in a position where they have to choose their fate. They can choose to change, or they can choose to stay the same. It's up to them. And either way, it sucks. Either way, it sucks. Not really. It's one has a reward and one doesn't. One, you're rewarding yourself with the crap that you're still in. And you continue to live in hell. So, I don't know. It was a cool-ass dream, dude. And there's a lot more stuff into that dream, but I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff. But yeah, I had a bunch of dreams last night. It was fun. And then I don't know what happened today. I woke up. What's the day? Saturday? I woke up. I went to eat. I just had some fruit, and then I bought some other food. I ate a little bit. I'm going to eat some more in a little bit. And I went and cut a yard. And when I got there, I started cutting, whatever. And then me and this dude talked for like an hour. And then when we got done talking, I finished cutting that yard. And then we just talked about all kinds of stuff. Like I said, we always just talk about, actually a lot of stuff, man. And it's very cool. It's very cool because I get to hear stories about other human beings that help me find things in myself. And it helps me pride and ego check myself. And I love it. I love it because it's like, dude, I do that. And then now I can look at this guy and think about what he's saying and the way he's describing what's happening, and then use that as retrospect to look at myself from a third party standing, to where I can see why I'm doing it, what I'm doing, and how I can change it. And I understand, I always had kind of an issue with pride and integrity. So if someone was to question me about something, I see the bigger loop. It's like they try and question your integrity, number one, because they don't have it, or they have less than, or because they're trying to get a cheaper price, or like I said, it's a manipulation tactic. And so, like, I get offended instantly. And he was just telling me a story about a guy who's like, he didn't deal with that at all. Like, as soon as somebody questioned his integrity, he was just like, no, I'll see you later. We're done here. And I was like, dude, that dude's awesome. He's the coolest human being I've ever met in my life. Because he was an older guy who's lived through really rough times, you know. And so he understood what they were doing, and he didn't have time to deal with it. He's like, either you want what I got or you don't, but don't try and trick me and tell me my product is not good, because I'm the one who's making these. I'm the one who's putting my hours and time. And it's like, almost like my art or my talks or anything involved in my life. And I kind of talked to that human today, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I've only met a few people that have such integrity that you do when you do work that I don't have to question you. And I know you're going to do everything and more and not even say nothing about it, but the job is going to be right, and it's always going to be right. And if something's wrong, you're going to fix it. And no questions asked. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, there's not many people that I've met. I was like, I've only truly met a few. And that's why I don't have a lot of people working for me or with me, because I don't trust them, because I already know. I already know your integrity's not there. And I don't want any part of it. And I understand that I could fall short some places with it, but at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. But it's cool. It helps me look at myself and understand, like, that's why I react the way I do or respond the way I do when people try and give try and offer me lower money for something or try and question what I'm doing, because it's like either I'm doing it or I'm not. I'm going home if this is done. Like, I'm not going to deal with this. This is a waste of time. Yeah, it's worked for you in the past, but this is me now, and I don't have to do your work. I do not need you. Like, I really don't. I'll go eat a bean burrito for a week and not work. I could care less. And you got to understand your worth and understand that a lot of times, man, it's just not worth it. And you can just siphon through people super quick, and you don't need those experiences with those humans because they're already negative. They start on a negative foot, so there's no point in you even continuing to do that and hurt yourself in return. And then it all just comes with understanding who you are and building confidence in yourself and understanding that you don't have to say yes. Like 90% of the time, you probably shouldn't say yes. You know, until you start having people around you where you understand and know who they are and know that they're not going to try and do that stuff to you. But it takes a little bit of time. It's that transition period. Everything's about a transition period of stepping out of hell and going into heaven and starting to understand how things work and how you and who you are in all of this, in which you're everything. You're the most important piece of all of it because it's the only piece that you can even control. And if you're not controlling it, then somebody else is controlling it, and it makes you a pawn. And I'm not no damn pawn. If you look at my art, that's what I put in there as pawns. It's to describe humans that are being manipulated and tricked, being, a little bit taken from them at a time, and then they just brush it over their shoulder. Oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. And the next thing you know, we wake up and you're sheep and you're crying for help from the government because they created a problem and you don't even understand that they created the problem, but then now they're creating the solution too. That's why they create problems, is to be your savior. It's the same thing with the church. They create a problem, make you feel like this, and then they save you and get you hooked. It's all a scam when ultimately you just need to go fix yourself on your own. And you can give your creator time by giving yourself time, because the creator gave you everything you need to survive on your own, other than procreation. But once you find love in yourself, it doesn't mean you're not going to be looking for it externally. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm fine on my own, but I do want love from another. And like I said, some people won't understand that concept. They'll be like, well, you're not making sense. I'm like, you don't understand. You're not fine on your own. I am. And you can be fine on your own. When you learn how to fill your own cup, when you know how to take care of your own needs on your own, it's fine. But you have to love yourself, and you have to give yourself time. That's a relationship, is time. Attention. And if you're not giving yourself any time, then you're not going to ever love yourself. You're not even going to trust yourself. Because you have to give yourself time. Like if you want your kids to love you, or you want your wife to love you, you have to give them time. If you're gone all the time, like It's going to be hard to have an intimate relationship with somebody, to even know them, because time goes on and you guys change and you guys are apart from each other. You don't even know what they like anymore. You don't even know what time they go to bed, what's going on in their day. Like, you got to give each other time. It's a gift. So like I said, that's why I've been giving myself so much time, but I understand in the future I still have to be independent and give myself time, as does my future partner. She deserves her own time with her own self as well, so she can constantly grow in herself and trust herself. You know? And as she trusts herself, she can look at me and trust me. But only because she can trust herself first. And that's why I can trust humans. Like, that's why I trust people. That's why, like, some people, like, I don't understand, like, why you even like me or love me. It's like there's an issue with them where they don't trust themselves or understand. But I look at them and go, like, I trust myself already. And I do trust you that you're going to do whatever it is that you do. You know, like, I get it. Like, I have no reason not to trust you, because I trust myself. I know you may make a decision that you may think is wrong, and that could affect me and hurt my feelings, I guess. You know, I'd rather you not do that, but I trust that anyone's possibly capable of doing it. You just have to set guidelines and keep yourself out of situations to make those decisions happen. If you don't want to do something to somebody, you need to just make those decisions to stay away from those situations and not get put in a place where you could fall short or you could fall to temptation. Like, it's a very simple thing. Don't hug people. Don't hug males if you're a female and they're married or you're married. Or don't hug females if you're a male and she's married. Or I don't know. There's rules and regulations you can have in place to not put yourself in the temptation. You know, and then at the same, you know, it's just, don't go get drunk with someone, you know, if you're married. Like, don't go out and meet somebody and get drunk with them and then go back to the place. Like, if you don't do those things, if you guys don't go to the bathroom together, if you guys don't do this, like, nothing can happen. If you don't even show up to the restaurant with somebody, if you don't text them, if you don't get in their DMs, like, none of that stuff can happen. So, like, you guys are doing things, I don't know why. I guess maybe you just don't even... Well, a lot of it, you just don't love the other person anyways. Now, you just don't love yourself, and you're mostly just horny as hell, I guess. And, might as well do it. I don't know. To each his own. Whatever, man. You do what you want. It's not my life. It's not my world. I don't have to deal with those repercussions. I'm just trying to be the best self, my best self, so I can be the best self for somebody else as well. But whatever, man. I gotta pour to get in a bottle. 57, 55. But yeah, whatever. So then I went out east, cut. I had a buddy text me something. I was like, cool, man. It's hilarious. And then I've been waiting my whole life for this, but then I told a buddy of mine, I was like, I'm gonna paint you a picture. I wanted to paint you something. And this was a couple weeks ago, and I honestly I have no idea how long ago it was. And then finally I was like, dude, send me some beats or something, send me some songs, man. And I want to paint you something. And so he finally sent me some songs a couple days ago. I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 days. I don't have a clue, man. Time flies. I can't keep up with it. And then so today I was like, I feel good. I took off last night. My music lately, I made a new playlist today. It's called 321. And then being there, didn't talk last night. I was just like, I'm tired of this music. Whatever's coming up on my thing, I don't know what it is. Let's just try and start a new playlist, and then from today on, you know, I'm gonna build on that. It's not that I'm tired of it. It's just I haven't been feeling a lot of these songs, and I feel them. I like them, but it's just like for painting wise, it's like I've painted for so many days. Like, I have so much music. I have thousands of songs. You know, I don't know how much I spend. I buy the song every single time I do it, so I can support them and then whatever. But I mean, everything I'm doing is big, and so whatever. And today I was like, you know what, I'm gonna paint his today. I feel like I can do it. I kind of I have. I'm working on my confidence with that because it's like all my artwork and stuff is for me, honestly, and it's for me and one other person, right? And because the other person is my inspiration for all of it, and my muse and everything. And I don't understand why. I do understand why, but it's weird how it's happening. But as I look at all my art, it's like there's not a single painting that I've done or that person's inspiration's not been a part of it. And it's cool as hell, man. It really makes me happy. And just to know. And then so like his, I was like, well, I know I'm gonna spray paint his, and the song is hip hop, rap. It's this song, and I was like, I can't really see me doing acrylic landscape to it. Like I just can't picture anything. I could picture me doing something kind of hip hoppy in acrylic, but I was like, no, I don't have time for that. Because I have to approach that differently. And I was like, well, I know I'm gonna spray paint this one, so whatever. So I came home, set it up, and turned this song on. And I listened to these songs a couple days ago, but I was like, whatever, let's just do it. And so I just started doing it. And it's weird. A lot of the stuff I don't understand what it is. It looked like I was making music notes. When I look, the thing is, I see things in the shadows, and I don't understand why. I can't even really explain what I see, because it's almost like I see something, but I don't. And but I do. And then I just outline it based on a tint, just a very slight different color shade on the material. And like you have to bob and weave and like get different, line of sight perception just to even see this stuff. And that's kind of what I do. Like this whole thing is because like I'm having to like look and like see what I see and then draw just what is appearing in front of me. And like I said, I planned none of it. I planned zero of it. I had no idea what this was. Like I painted it, and when I got done, I was like, this is actually pretty fire. And I sent him a text message, and I was like, dude, do you want me to keep going and use the other song too? Or, like, and you want me to do acrylic or not? And then I turned my video on. I sat there for a minute, and then I was like, you know what? Let's cue up this other song. And so I queued up the other song on my computer because I didn't want to do it on my phone because it doesn't have it on Amazon. So I had it on my, well, no, I did have it on my phone actually, and but it was on YouTube, and it was, so you have to hit the button every time it goes to the end of the song. And I looked at what I had already, and then I started that song, and I was like, I saw this thing in the painting, just like the shape of everything. I was like, I knew what I created, even though I don't know what it is. Like I intuitively know that every step that I do is exactly what it's supposed to for a reason. It's super crazy. It makes zero sense, but it always works out. And it's just me building trust in the fact of what I can do. Even if I don't understand what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, I understand that I believe in myself 100% infinitely. I believe in myself infinitely in my art, that it's going to come out perfect. It's going to come out how it is intended to be. And that once I'm done, it's fucking done. And it is what it is. And that's the intent. And that's what it's perfect. It may not be good. It may not be bad, but it's perfect. And so I saw this thing in there. I was like, dude, this is, like, it made me happy. It made me happy to see when I saw it. And I only listened to that song maybe 6 minutes. Maybe twice. The second song. And that was it. I saw it. I saw what I needed to see. And that was it. And it's just based on shades, colors, the arrangement of the shapes. And I'm actually happy with this one. And so when I got done, I texted to him and I was like, never mind, dude. I was like, I'm done. I got the second song. This is what it produced. Like, I'm done. It's perfect. And whatever, dude. I was happy with it. This one's crazy because it's just the way it worked out in my mind, and the stuff that you guys can't see or understand. Like, it's crazy to me. So I left. I went to go get some sealer so I can seal it because I'm gonna give it to him tomorrow. And I went to Hobby Lobby, and 'Cause I'm gonna sign this one since I'm giving it to him. I would want to get this one scanned, honestly, but I think this one is made for him, so it's gonna be original, and only he gets it. Only he's gonna get this one, so it's just in a discussion, and yeah, only one. And any commission work that I do, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. He didn't commission me this. I'm doing this as a gift, but now that I know, like, I trust myself even more and more in my commit and taking somebody's music that they give me, and I can create something. I'm trusting myself more and more. I've done it about 3 or 4 times, and I keep telling people to do it, but I think as I start producing stuff and start getting it out there, that this is the way that this process works, and you get what you give. And so now I just gotta get a price on that, and kind of go from there. But I'm super. Dude, like, I showed the girls the Hobby Lobby, and they're like, dude, that's the best one yet. But it's all different. Like, that's what's so crazy, is all my styles are different. Everything I do is different all the time. I am everything. I'm all things. I am different. And, like, I like just doing different stuff all the time, man. It's so fun. Me and this guy talk about it. He's like, yeah, you get to go do something different. Like, yeah, I was like, I can pull from this job and go work on that house for a second, and then pull back onto this job and finish it up. And, just so I can do something different, because I like to be in different spaces at different times, because I understand that my energy affects areas in the universe differently, meaning this is why I have to go. This is why I go everywhere I go. This is why I go to this park. This is why I go to this park, because I'm doing work there that people don't really understand, that I'm spreading my vibration, my love, my person, my existence in all these areas, trying to heal everything while I'm here healing myself, and just projecting my energy on the world and just bringing on change. But whatever with the Hobby Lobby, and they were like, did you paint anything else? I was like, yeah, I painted the other night. Well, she asked me if I was, one of the girls checked me out, and she was like, are you done with the other paintings? Like, dude, I'm done every single night. Like, I paint a new one every day. Like, it only takes me a couple hours, and I'm done, and I'm on to a new one the next night. I don't like to drag things over, and then one of the other little girls, she was like, she looked at it. She always gets so excited, and she's a little cutie, and she always looks at my art, and is always so excited about it. It's adorable. But that's what I'm trying to get her to paint or something, and because I think people just really need to learn how to express themselves, and I think because we're grown up not allowed to, or you're a sissy, or you're weak. I went to this little girl. I was at this girl's house, this guy's house today, and his daughter came in, and she's like 17. I don't know how old she is. She's 17 or 16. This older girl. She bought a stuffed animal today, and it was adorable, man. She bought a stuffed animal, and I was like, well, how many of those do you have? Because I knew she has a lot, because I've done work in her bedroom and put up blinds and painted her bedroom and stuff. So I knew she had them, and me and her dad always talk about it, and I was asking her how many she had, and she like covers her mouth, and she was like, oh, it's so embarrassed. I was like, don't be embarrassed. I was like, if you liked them, you liked them. I was like, it's adorable. It's cool, man. It's like, it's cool to have something that you like, because everyone needs their safety and security. Like, and it doesn't matter how old you are, you have to have that safety and security. Like I said, I have a weighted blanket. I got like a sea pillow. Like, I like to sleep on the wall, but it's like, and then if I sleep in hotels, like, I like to sleep on the floor. Like, it's weird. I like to just be encapsulated. It's just me. I've always because I want my back against something so I can protect myself. I need to feel protected. Like, it's just me. It's my whole life, and it's always been that way. Like, me having to be my safety and security. If something makes you feel safe, or like you have something there, like, there's nothing embarrassing about it. And it was just adorable to see her, because I was like, look, there's nothing embarrassing about it, I'm just trying to get her to own up to it and just feel comfortable in it, and not to be embarrassed, because that's what stops us from being our true authentic selves, is what other people think. And like, so everywhere I go, when people bring up stuff that they're embarrassed about, I understand when they aren't. I'm like, don't be embarrassed about it, and then maybe I'll try to say something that you would think that would be embarrassing for me. And the only difference is the way I deliver the system with confidence and understanding that It's not embarrassing. It just is. It's part of me. It's not good and it's not bad. It's just what you're into. It's not right or wrong. And own up, because I've met tons of older adults that have stuffed animals and all that stuff. There's nothing embarrassing about it. It's cool. Like, if that's what you're into, like, hopefully your significant other understands it and is accepting of it, and they probably think it's fucking adorable. And it's probably a lot of the reason why they like you is because you still have that kind of innocent mindset where you need someone to take care of you or hug you. You still have those security issues when you want someone to hold you, and because that's what men want to do. We want to protect anyways. That's just kind of the animal nature. But then at the same time, it's almost like men want to physically protect, women want to emotionally protect. And that's kind of the thing, is we're both protectors. Adults want to protect, or women want to protect their kids emotionally and physically. But it's just the demographic of a human. Humans want to protect something that they love. And if they don't, then they're weird. Something's wrong with them. But, and sometimes we take it a little too far, but to each his own. But yeah, man, I'm excited. And then I just drove around after I pick up my paint. And ended up home, just, it's early, dude. I'm excited. I can go to sleep. I slept so long last night. Even though it was kind of in and out of dream state, I needed it, and I need it again tonight. I need to be able to sleep a good amount of time tonight. And just like I said, my body is tired, my mind is tired, and it's just the totality of the journey that is it. And then being that I'm still in this transition, trying to figure out the past and what's kind of keeping me monetary afloat, or at least in the comfortability where I can keep buying paint, keep creating every day. And then as I'm building this, and like honestly, me and this guy talk about art all day, every day, and kind of the steps and things that I need to do. And I'm just telling him, like, dude, you know what it is. I don't have time. It's the time dynamic. It's like I have to either go all in, because I have all this stuff I have to do. I gotta freaking get this made. I gotta get this made. I gotta get prints. I gotta get this. I gotta get that. Like, in order for me to even to jump, it's like I'm ready to jump, but something's not allowing me to jump, and it's like I don't know what it's like. I'm waiting for this. If once I get this, I'll have the window where I can walk away from everything for a little bit of time and really focus on websites and my show and all this stuff. But it's like, until that happens, it just seems like there's no reality. And then if I gotta flip to 2 of your houses, like, that's weeks out, and it's frustrating because it's like I have to jump. I'm trying to jump. I want to jump. I'm all in. I believe in myself completely. Like, but I have to I can't half-ass anything. And that's what the whole, so today was about the integrity. Like, today's theme was like integrity and how I don't half-ass anything, and I can't half-ass my art. Like, I can't bring it out until it's ready. It means until I know pricing, until I have this, until I have plaques, until I have names, until I have everything ready, everything framed, everything. Like, I can't half-ass anything, but it takes time. And it's just like, I have to have a window a week. In a week, I could do it. I could probably frame out everything I have in a day or day and a half, 2 days. And then from there, I gotta build it. I gotta get everything printed, scanned. Like, that scanning, it takes a week for one photo. And then that takes money. So then, like, I gotta go get those scanned, like, and I have 100 paintings. So it's a fucking lot of money. And maybe I could take in, say, hey, look, here's this much money, scan all these, and then once I scan them there, I got to take them to another place and get them to start doing the color matching and all that to produce the scan and to make the scan right, so they can test print it, and then they're ready to print. So, like, it's a big deal, man. Everything I'm doing is big, and it's a huge process, you know, and then you gotta have a website, and you gotta do this, and man, and so it's just like I just have to have a place. I gotta have a place where I can keep creating every day, or at least take 2 weeks off, not painting and not talking, and just I don't know, just I gotta have freedom, and that's what we talked about was freedom. I need freedom because this is gonna give me freedom, but I have to get to the point to where it can create me freedom, and where I can start selling them and producing them and just keep growing into my business and what I'm doing, but it's like you gotta front load everything to get that little bit of freedom, and I'm already free, in the sense like it's fine. It's just like this is my new life and that's my old, and it's like I'm trying to walk into my new, and I'm still stuck in the old, and it's so frustrating, man. And it's frustrating, and I know it is what it is, but I know like I can't do it by myself. I can't. Not everything I want to do. My art and stuff, obviously, I create it myself, but I'm just saying in the totality of everything I'm doing, I'm waiting for my wolf army to get here. Because my wolf army, but they have to find me. I have to be out in the open for them to come. So they know I'm ready. And so it's just, I'm just trying to come and be present. I'm just walking forward every single day, trying to do my best, and just trying to move forward and not force anything, and just stand in my power. And quit and not force, but just be my true authentic self, and whatever happens, and accept it as it comes, and know that everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be, and it's beautiful. All existence is beautiful, and what is intended to happen will happen, and you know, and I just go with the flow, man, and accept it as it comes, and it's just fire, dude. Like life itself is fire, and the last 2 days have been cool, man, and I'm excited I get to go inside and it's early, and I can fucking sleep again. Just chill and rest, and like I said, I gotta go do some work tomorrow morning, and then get a couple hours in and knock out some countertops and put in a sink and get a bunch of stuff done, and whatever, man. Just live it up. Just live it up. Live it up. But the day was cool, man. I truly appreciate everything. I appreciate time. I appreciate friends. I appreciate the opportunity to paint. I appreciate the skills that I have. I appreciate my whole life, my whole past up until this point. All the lessons, dude. All the knowledge. All the understanding. All the skills. Like, everything, man. I appreciate every bit of it. And, it's so crazy. And, you know, I am getting more confident in myself every single day. Like I said, I am infinitely healthy, wealthy, grace, light, dark, pain, power, impressive. I don't even know, man. I don't even know what all I have on my arm. Like, that's what I said. I forget. I am worthy. I'm hope. I'm abundant. I'm enough. I'm impressive. I forget. Because now they're just me, you know. But I just kind of want to go through gratitude every single day. On these talks, so I hear it again every day. So I appreciate it all, man. I appreciate food. I just appreciate people. You know, I appreciate my muse. I appreciate that person a lot. And who knows? Because I think about it, and I'm like, you know, I have art in there, and it's like the music that came on that I painted things like saved my life and stuff. It helped me, you know. And I kind of talked to the dude today, or we kind of talked yesterday about it when the thing came up, and I was like, you know, I was probably hurting more than I realized it, because like my mom died, I was ultimately grieving my past, I was grieving my life in general for the last year and a half, you know, and just kind of grieving everything, and I honestly just didn't realize it, just because I just keep going charging, you know, and that's just who I am. This is the problem. I gotta go. I gotta fix it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I told him, I was like, you know, I created my life over the last year and a half in a certain way. I've stepped away from work. It caused these issues, you know, less money, caused this, caused that, and it's like now I know I have to still deal with that stuff, but you know, I have to deal with that stuff so I can move forward. I can't just run from everything. Even though, like, I did choose to step away from work and then focus on myself, which was the right choice. But it doesn't mean it didn't implement me in other areas of my life that I have to fix. So, and that's what I'm understanding is like, I'm just waiting for this so I can fix those things, and I already did the work. I'm just trying to wait on the reward, so you would say, and that's just kind of frustrating. It caught me like in a little anxiety moment yesterday. Kind of pissed off and just like feeling disgusted with myself, and it only lasted for about 20 minutes or something, but then I got myself out of it. But it's out of my control. There's nothing I can do about it, so I can't just sit there and dwell on it all day, because there's no fucking point. Like if it's out of your control and you can't fix the problem right now, then there's zero point in dwelling on it and letting it affect your life for a long period of time. And that's what you start to understand is like how and what you put your attention on. It's going to control and dictate the way you live your life. And so when you understand that concept, you can go, well, this issue is a big problem. However, if there's nothing in the moment that I can do to fix it, then I'll just revisit it when I can. Like if you can't do nothing until Monday, then there's no point about thinking about it all weekend and letting it ruin the time and the now if you can't do anything about it. So like just live and enjoy the now, and then maybe even you can, in the meantime, maybe think about how to fix it, but don't let it overrule your thought process in your life. And then come Monday morning, then boom, when you can actually do something about the problem, then you can go do something about the problem and finish it, And that's the whole point of a lot of stuff. It's like understanding that we're living in the past where we have zero control over what happened, what was done, what we did, and we dwell upon that when there's nothing you can do about it in the now. So fuck that. Like, what can you do now? Can you change the result of something that happened there? Can you fix it? If you can't, well then there's nothing you can do about it. Accept it as it is. Learn the lesson. Be thankful for the lesson, and then don't let that same act happen again. And that's the point of this. That's the point of life. But I don't know. Today was beautiful. Every day's beautiful. Weather was fine. I did wear a hoodie this morning, which was cool. It wasn't as cool as I thought, but because the sun came out. I was cutting grass, so I ended up just taking it off. But usually I would just sweat in it, but I was like, nah, there ain't no point. But whatever, man. I gotta get some new tires on this truck. But whatever. Tomorrow's gonna be fire. Tomorrow'll be perfect. I'm actually excited about tomorrow. I gotta go work and then go to this thing, and I'm super excited about it. Zero expectations. Whatever happens, happens, and it'll all work out in the end. So I holla. Love y'all. Peace. He can't decide which way to go, he keep on second guessing. He can't think, his mind gon' blank. He don't hang, he feel misplaced. And he don't talk cause you don't relate. The dangerous boy just tryna escape. The dangerous boy stay out the way, you gon' be great, little gangster. I pray to God that come and heal this broken fallen angel. Hey, let me paint you a picture of this little dangerous nigga. He fill you with ammunition, he tryna heal his condition. The music he hit prescription, he ain't expressing his feeling. Cause no one never won't listen. The pain, this is addiction. Hey, let me paint you a picture of this little dangerous nigga. He fill you with ammunition, he tryna heal his condition. The music he hit prescription, he ain't expressing his feeling. Cause no one never won't listen. The pain, this is addiction. Pain, depression, look at their face expression. In school they keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at their face expression. In school they keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at their face expression. In school they keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at their face expression. In school they keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at their face expression. In school they keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Even if you lie to me, little gangster, still gon' peep your intentions. I get this crazy feeling, like this little dangerous feeling. It be like my stomach start twisting, then my fingers get to twitching. How dare you underestimate my little gangster intuition? Bitch, I've been spiritually healing, cause I'm emotionally broken.
and I been protecting my little piece. So right now my heart ain't open, bitch, I been glowing. And you gotta know I ain't going. So let these lost ass niggas hating, these dog hoes keep hoeing. Hey, let me paint you a picture of this little dangerous nigga. He fill you with ammunition, he tryna heal his condition. The music is his prescription, he ain't expressing his feeling, cause no one ever won't listen. The pain is his addiction. Hey, let me paint you a picture of this little dangerous nigga. He fill you with ammunition, he tryna heal his condition. The music is his prescription, he ain't expressing his feeling, cause no one ever won't listen. The pain is his addiction. Pain, depression, look at his face expression. In school he keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. It took my pressure back at home, he dropped out as a freshman. He can't decide which way to go, he keep on second guessing. He can't think, his mind gon' blank. He don't hang, he feel misplaced. And he don't talk cause he don't relate. Little dangerous boy just tryna escape. Little dangerous boy stay out the way, you gon' be great, little gangster. I pray that God that come and heal this broken fallen angel. Hey, let me paint you a picture of this little dangerous nigga. He fill you with ammunition, he tryna heal his condition. The music is his prescription, he ain't expressing his feeling, cause no one ever won't listen. The pain is his addiction. Hey, let me paint you a picture of this little dangerous nigga. He fill you with ammunition, he tryna heal his condition. The music is his prescription, he ain't expressing his feeling, cause no one ever won't listen. The pain is his addiction. Pain, depression, look at his face expression. In school he keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at his face expression. In school he keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at his face expression. In school he keep on failing, abandoned adolescent. Pain, depression, look at his face expression. In school he keep on failing, abandoned adolescent.